Peace and blessings. Racism has went public again. We're going back to the Jim Crow days. I'm in Indonesia. I'm not in the United States of America. When I was out, me and my lady, we went to the airport today. And coming out of the airport, I seen this young white guy with a shirt. When he turned around, the shirt had three white dudes on it. Maybe there's some type of group. I don't know. I didn't recognize him. And it said, fuck NWA, right? And it made me heated. I got mad automatically. And I called him a pussy. He looked away. I went to a garbage, turned around so I could look back at him, hoping that he will be looking in my direction so I could say something else to him. But he didn't. He kept his back to me, and I kept pushing, which made me then go to the car and start just bumping a bunch of NWA old joints. Yeah, I was very upset. I wanted to get into a physical altercation with this guy, right? Which is not a smart thing either. I have to do self-correction with that and maintain my balance. This is going on all the way in Bali. This is how far racism has went public. My problem is with Black people is we have lost our way. We used to be on point. We used to know when we're being set up, know when we're being lined up, but we don't know that anymore. The games and tricks that are being played on us, we don't even see it coming no more so we could avoid it. The elders have abandoned our youth, and the youth have nothing but discord for the elders. And that becomes a problem because then there's no bridge of understanding where we could teach them. The wise is the old and the strong is the young. If the elders is not in a place where they could be able to teach the youth, then the youth is not going to be able to protect themselves or protect the community when they have the strength to do so. After COVID, the government went on a campaign to attack the identity of Black people. They went on this campaign so hard. I don't know why our thought leaders didn't see it and didn't speak on it and didn't prepare the people in the public for how to address it. After George Floyd, it scared America. And why did it scare America? Because America is used to being able to attack Black life without anybody intervening. That didn't happen when George Floyd was killed by the police officer. Because of COVID, everybody was trapped inside their houses all over the world. And so everybody's seen it in living color as it played out. And unlike other ethnicities, Black Americans don't have another government to go to for justice. So the American government, not caring about Black life, just ignore when cops kill us, ignore when civilians kill us, whether that's Black, white, Spanish, or whatever. But this time they didn't get to ignore it. This time the entire world said, nah, no more. A bunch of American embassies and military bases were being protested and attacked because of George Floyd. That scared America because that meant that these other countries could step in and intervene on Black people's behalf, which has never happened before. No country ever stood up to America and said, we're not allowing you to do that to Black people. To say if another Black person is killed, it's going to be some type of political problem. We're not going to do trade with you. Nobody stepped up for Black people. So when this happened, it scared America. So what did America do? It went on a campaign to undermine and demonize the Black image. How did they do that? I'm from New York City. And after COVID, once they started letting people back out, I've seen criminally insane Black men on the streets at a higher rate than I've ever seen before in my entire life. I could tell that these people were in some type of mental institution. And somehow, some way, they got let out of that mental institution. They were on the news as an illustration of Black crime, when that's not Black crime. That's mental health issues. That's people, and there was so many, Black men and women alike. They were on the train stations. They were homeless. They didn't know where they were, and they were attacking people. But they wasn't supposed to be in the regular population. They were supposed to be getting some type of health care, some mental health care. That goes to the stabbing that we seen with this white woman on the bus. They're using footage like that of mentally insane Black men and women doing crime and posting that publicly throughout the world so everybody could turn their backs on Blacks or they're criminal. Then they were allowing these YouTubers and these uh, um, influencers, social media influencers that are divisive to get a lot of views. They putting it in the algorithm. Oh, Blacks is beefing with South Africans. That's going in the algorithm. They're getting thousands and thousands and thousands of hits. Blacks are beefing with Mexicans, thousands and thousands and thousands of hits. Blacks beefing with Dominicans or whoever it is. They want that division so everybody could be against the Black American. Why are we not seeing the setup? I have no idea. It's right there out in the open for everybody to see. So what I would say is that is what's giving way for white people, particularly in America, to start being open with their racism again. They're setting it up so Black people won't be able to have jobs anymore. Jim Crow all over again. They used a Asian dude to go against affirmative action, as if affirmative action wasn't designed because of they was discriminating against Black people. Now they're trying to say too many Black people got jobs. Too many Black people is keeping other people out of being able to get a position. Only 13% of the population. We're not dominating nothing in these jobs and in these schools. However, they utilized another so-called minority so their hands could be clean, but they still make the decision to say, oh, no more affirmative action, as if the United States of America has gave repair and Black Americans are in equal standing. So what do we have here? Now, they don't have to hire you if they don't want to. When we know that the white population own 90% of the wealth and the resources in the United States of America, with these other like characters like Charlie Kirk and Nick Fuentes and all of these famous anti-Black social commentators being followed in the millions, speaking what white Americans have been wanting to say for years. That's going to give them justification to not hire Black people. What does that mean? Racism has went public again. We're going back to the Jim Crow days.